What's up, YouTube? It's KingNazaru. I sorry I couldn't post a video up sooner. I've been kind of busy with college, with exams, papers, and lab reports and whatnot. Today I'm going to talk about things that have been going on in Marvel, uh, such as the new shows Ultimate Spider-Man, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Hero Season 2, and the upcoming, the new released Avengers movie, which I plan to see tomorrow. Okay, depending on how much time I have, I probably might have to split this up into three different videos because I've got quite a bit to talk about. I feel the best thing to do is to start off with, I believe, Ultimate Spider-Man. Okay, so as many of you know, Ultimate Spider-Man it started shortly after the cancellation of Spectacular Spider-Man, and all of Spider-Man's fans kind of took a really hard blow to that because it was a really good show. It was made by Greg Weisman, the guy who created Gargoyles from the back in the '90s, which was a really good show. And they kind of, since they stopped Spectacular Spider-Man, they moved on to doing Young Justice, and that's always working on its second season. Back to Ultimate Spider-Man, it's being developed by Paul Dini, the guy who wrote the Ultimate Spider-Man comics back when it started. Brian Denkus, I believe, or something around that line, and Man of Action, who people who watch cartoons would better know as the people who made Ben 10 and Generator Rex, both really good shows. Now back to the matter of the show itself. Uh, Basically, the premise is that Spider-Man, it has been, well, Spider-Man for a whole year now, and he's still kind of learning the ropes of what it's like to be the hero that he's supposed to be. And as we watch this pilot, that we see that he's still a bit rusty on it. And then shortly after defeating the Trap Master, I believe that's what his name is, he is visited by Nick Fury, who says that he's doing okay for a rookie, but he could do better under his guidance and working for Shield. And he'll also give him cool gadgets and whatnot. Naturally, Spider-Man is reluctant towards this, but after a few events, he decides to join the team to become join Shield to become a better superhero. What Nick Fury doesn't tell him is that he needs to also team up with these other superheroes, Nova, White Tiger, Iron Fist, and Power Man, aka Luke Cage, in order to become better superheroes themselves. Spider-Man is also reluctant to this, but he's also willing to give it a shot. My thoughts on this personally, while I don't mind exactly Spider-Man working with teams, my problem is that how they're portraying Spider-Man. See, they're making it seem like he's kind of an incompetent hero, and he needs to learn how to become the superhero how he is in the comics. More an adept hero. Now the thing is, had this been Spider-Man, like if he only been Spider-Man for like a few months, like maybe like 3 or 4 months, I would probably understand the premise a bit better and would probably be more accepting it. But about a year, he should have his shit down. He should have his shit down. Just doesn't seem right. And I think, and if I remember, my friend Ziploc Gory did a review on this earlier, and I think one of the things he said was that the whole team thing kind of will interfere with how Spider-Man won't be shown off as a competent hero. Without his team, and I feel that's a tad bit of a problem. I don't mind him working on a team, just not on every single episode. Let's give him a few episodes where he can work alone, so we can actually show that he's a decent hero. Um, Also, I think it's a little I think it's a little disappointing that after this whole year, Spider-Man hasn't fought any of his main villains. Like, he just in the pilot he just met Dr. Connors, aka the Lizard, and he's working with Shield. Uh, and it turns out that he has his other arm, so I don't know if he's been experimenting with the lizard DNA to get back his arm, or if he never lost his arm to begin with. I don't know. So never went into depth with that. But they'll probably talk about. They'll probably go into the arc maybe shortly after this Amazing Spider-Man movie that comes out in July, I believe. Um, Another thing that kind of bugs me is that uh, Spider-Man is the whole Venom thing. Back in episode 4, um, I felt I felt episode 4 was a bit too soon to introduce Venom. Um, Let me go more into depth with this. That in the episode, Venom was created from a blood sample from Spider-Man. I believe Doctor Octopus, and created by Doctor Octopus. He said it was from the aggressive side of Spider-Man's DNA or something. He and its purpose was to search out for Spider-Man to become whole. That's what the old symbiote thing does. That's kind of going like the ultimate route instead of the alien route. Even though I prefer the alien origin for Spider-Man, I'll accept this one because it's not a cure for cancer. Because that was just, to me, it was just plain stupid to do that Venom like that. Then, when it would start latching on the host, I liked the part where it latched on the Flash Thompson. I felt it was kind of acknowledging to the fans that the creators do pay attention to the comics, because in the comics, Flash Thompson is the current host for the Venom symbiote, and he's trying to do good with it. And then it latches on to the other people until it finds Spider-Man. But the thing is that instead of going the traditional route of putting him in the black symbiote Spider-Man, he just automatically makes him Venom. And I felt that that was a bad move to make because uh, the symbiote Spider-Man was a crucial arc in the Venom and Spider-Man story, because it was to show while Spider-Man was stronger and a much more capable hero in the symbiote suit, he was more aggressive, uh, uh, more arrogant, and he kind of scared his friends. Plus, it drained him of his adrenaline, making him more exhausted whenever he used that suit. So when he realized all these problems, he realized he had to let it go. It was like, but he had problems with letting go because the symbiote was playing like in a Spectacular Spider-Man. It would play mind games with him, trying to tell him that he needs to keep the suit because it's doing all these good things for him, and it's kind of like an addiction. So I thought that was a really, really crucial part to the story. That could have been really interesting if they had done that with Spider-Man, but they didn't go with that. So that's a real problem. But overall, it's not a bad series. I mean, I do like the animation. Uh, I do like the fight scenes, and I think some of these they do have pretty good, decent actors. And despite what some of the other fans think, I do kind of like Drake Bell's version of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. It could have been worse. Let's see. And I also gotta agree with my friend Ziploc Gory that I feel that some parts of Ultimate Spider-Man were just used to help advertise the Avengers movie, because in the pilot there was also they showed off that the Avengers are the real A-list heroes and not Spider-Man, even though he's the icon of Marvel. because when you think of Marvel, you think of first thing you think of is Spider-Man and Hulk, but, mainly Spider-Man. And I feel that that's kind of nerfing Spider-Man's own potential and what he's capable of. So, if I were to offer some suggestions to the creators, I say uh, create a pace for your heroes and villains to have their own arc. Make Spider-Man a more competent hero. Downplay the fourth wall jokes, or at least make them funnier. And let's also see more of how Peter Parker and Spider-Man seem a little bit smarter, because it seems, despite how smart he is, he seems a bit more immature than he's supposed to be. And I think I'll stop the video here, and next video we'll talk about the Avengers.